All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Touchdown, Houston! Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2. End zone.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Yellow, on the blue ladies! Coming this way, here we go!
Now a man who really stepped up last year, this is Matt Breida. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Throwing on second down. Mahomes in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
That's how we do it, baby.
They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
We'll see if they do that. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
On second down, here's Barkley. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Rodgers now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Saquon Barkley running right. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10, down at the 33. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. He's crashing. He's checking cracks.
On second down now. It's Jones. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans push further out in front. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This will be taken very short. And a very good return, but a penalty marker is down. I'm not sure what this is going to be. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Mahomes going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Hey, 626.
Throwing is Rodgers. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Defense, let's go. Hey, check back, 6.
To throw is Rodgers. And he finds McDonald. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down. Almost back to the drawing board.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And down right around the 37. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
He's telling him right. Three down. Tighten up. Hey, 88.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Caught by Allen. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
At the Colts 19-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll try the right side here. Barkley spinning away, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Second and 6 at the 9-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Rodgers. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4. So now on fourth down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it. I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that they've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
From the 31, Mahomes, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
This is taken at the 23. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Hey, high 7.
Throwing again. Rodgers. Looking again for Thomas. This time complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Throwing now is Rodgers. Looking long. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Brandon Cooks, 82 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Rodgers now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. It's complete to Fuller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Let's go, G. Tight on this side, boy. Tight on the left. Tight on the left. Move. 3 down.
On first down, Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Go. On the 50.
Rodgers to throw again. He's got Fuller. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Complete to Will Fuller. A gain of 12. First down, Texans.
On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. This will be from 56 yards out. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Mahomes now to throw.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. This is caught. And he'll be 2-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll try to run with Breida. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Matt Breida, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And he'll get in for the 2 points, and that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch tight end.
They'll go to Barkley again. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
No. 319. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Hey, check Mike. Mike 6. Good ball. Mike 6.
Rodgers now to throw. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Rodgers now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10.
Bravo.
Now it's Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
The Colts take over first down 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go, T. Here I come. Here I come.
Hey, 57 colors, 57 colors. Attack, attack.
58, Mike, 58. 58. Buzz. Now watch one. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And that's complete to Cooks. 23 yards on the play.
Here we go.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
I got one.
Mahomes now on first down, being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Zach Ertz, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had that lead, looked pretty comfortable in the first half, maybe got a little bit overconfident because that's gone now.
Almost takes us back to being kids, doesn't it? Because I know at some point your dad did the exact same thing mine did.
Okay.
It's okay to be confident, son, but overconfident, that's not a good thing. And that's maybe what we saw here. They thought they had this thing in hand, had full control, and guess what? They've got to find a way to get back to where they were before.
You think Papa Davis and Papa Gordon would get along?
I think they'd get along just fine. And you know something? They'd still be giving us advice.
Absolutely. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Here's Rodgers to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field.
Watch his flag. Hey, check Mike. Mike, sit in. Orbit. Stop here, D. Mike, sit. Yeah. Hey, 88.
Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Blue 58. I'm coming for you.
A first down carry for Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Barkley. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On third down, Barkley. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans have retaken the lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on third down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Mahomes now on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chandler Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Steps away. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Now Mahomes. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks. Rolling to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. To throw again on second down. Mahomes forced out to his left. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
2 yards on the play. It's second down at the 31-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Colts on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 15. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point? Whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Preston Smith there on the stop.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Now Saquon Barkley, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On first down, Barkley. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Be ready, be ready.
They'll run with Barkley. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for, because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Barkley, even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On first down, Barkley. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now a give, right side, Barkley. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. So Houston going to come away here with the victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger And dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Texans, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.